What's one moment you found yourself asking yourself, what the am I doing with my life? 22. In a pole dancing class with my best friend. They were playing Christmas trap music over the speakers, and I tried out a move where I full-on slammed my into the pole. I hit the deck, about to writhe in pain, when a strange calm washed over me. A robotic Santa voice was calmly screaming ho in my ears. I was lying on the floor in booty shorts cupping my, and one of the people I care most for in this world was twerking her life out as I desperately needed help. My brain took all that in and was like, how did we get here? What kind of a life have we lived where this is happening? What terrible choices do we make? And quat. Was with my ex, was miserable, had tried to make it work for years, he wasn't trying, I was lonely, working more while he spent more, and it suddenly occurred to me, I made enough to leave him, to rent a house so I could take the dogs, I could divorce him and find someone of a lot better. So I told him I wanted a divorce, found a house and moved out a month later, met my now husband of 20 years a month after that. I was scared shitless many times, but made it happen. I recently went through this again, sort of, when I sold my business. What was I going to do with myself? Finally settled on flipping houses with my husband. Take chances, your life is worth it and it can be so much better than you ever dreamed or hoped. Here's something different. I'm a man in my mid-30s. I have the family I always dreamed of having. I have a stable job, certainly not rich, but comfortable, and not wanting for anything. The other day I was getting to know someone over coffee, business related, and he asked me something about my hopes and dreams. In that moment it dawned on me, I have achieved everything I hoped and dreamed for, but I am still young, and honestly my hopes and dreams were not particularly ambitious. So lately I've been asking myself what the I'm doing with my life. I don't want to risk what I have, but I do need to start dreaming bigger somehow. When I realized I am the only one complaining about life and regrets to my friends, I feel that I have been in the same place for a long time and still expect things to be the same way as they were long ago. I think I tricked myself into believing that everything in life will fall into place at the right time, whereas nothing even remotely similar to this has ever happened. I am afraid of being known as the guy who never left his parents' house, who always lived in the shadow of other people just to survive. What radical change affecting most if not all of the civilized world do you firmly believe will occur in our lifetime? Domino's finally figuring out they're not good at making salads and removes it from their menu altogether. Sure, at first some of the more pretentious customers will argue it's an option that some people would like to have when ordering the I'm too tired, this is cheap and I got a coupon dinner, but eventually people learn to move on and everyone is for the better. A mass exodus from the physical workplace to the virtual. There are so few things we can't do online already, why continue burning mass amounts of fossil fuels for unnecessary things? Movement toward nuclear and solar energies for all. Densely populated urban areas will continue to grow as outliers move inward toward reliable resource availability. Nature will fill in our gaps. If done right, some of us stand a chance. Have you seen the stuff that Boston Dynamics robots can do now? Mobility is no longer a problem. Artificial intelligence that doesn't take over the world is the next hurdle. I wonder if people in the advanced robotics community actually have conversations about the number of laws that cannot be broken by robots. Ever seen the movie I, Robot? Climate change will create huge unstoppable waves of desperate immigrants, some from nations we now think of as first world. For example, if the Gulf Stream shifts or fails, Northern Europe is totally screwed. We'll have the climate of Iceland. All these refugees will cause a backlash in the remaining stable nations, which will turn to dictators and military rule in an effort to control the chaos. Check out the book Reverse Lightning sometime. Climate change. Just so you know, one of the 3 biggest rivers in the world is gone due to heat waves in China. Cybernetic enhancements. Sure, it might sound like something sci-fi, but at the rate we are going at, it might not be too difficult. I'm not talking about things like cybernetic hydraulic arms, I'm talking about something like an additional filter to put less strain on our kidneys and liver. I ain't no doctor, but that sounds like something that will save a lot of alcoholics. Population collapses in different countries. It's possible within 100 years. Not enough young people to take care of the elderly and maintain our infrastructures. Japan and Korea has already started to my knowledge. People are more focused on careers and independence than forging intimate relationships to build families in the last decade or so. You aren't also going to build bigger families if both parents work 24/7. What's an attraction on a woman you have that other guy's T. I adore melancholy women. Oh my, I'm about to get specific. I really love like smart, chill, like somewhat serious women. Just ambitious, quiet and like future oriented. I love women that are just a bit sad too because I have a lot of energy and I'm super happy. So nice balance. Those women that walk around looking somewhat depressed are usually the sweetest. They're always so kind, gentle and caring to me. Since this is that other guys don't, here's one. Leg braces. Since my only serious love, which turned into my now wife, has spina bifida, I've developed a pretty odd leg braces kink lol. Something about a cute woman wearing a dress or leggings or such, where they are comfortable enough with who they are to show the world their faux braces is really freaking hot to me. Hands and nails. Started in my early 20s, I always notice a woman's hands and I guess my preference is slender hands with long fingers and almond-shaped nails. Fake nails are nasty. Weird thing is I'm a nail biter, not excessive, luckily, and that might have something to do with it. Any Freudian experts or whatever field of psychology deals with this? Small imperfections. Like teeth, as someone mentioned before. I like this chick with a lazy eye. She's really cute. My current GF has a birthmark on her face in her eye area kind of like Zuko from Atla. I think it's really cute. Imperfections are really cute to me. Lastly, a girl that can teach me things. As much as I can teach her things. I can't cook for, but I know how to change brakes on a car. One day where I can teach her how to fix brakes and she can teach me how to cook while we make dinner for the day. Funny women, like you're actually funny, making insightful/hilarious observations, sarcasm, and her cheeky comments. I don't mean having a good sense of humor, laughing at my jokes, or memes. I find it so attractive and super rare in a woman. No one else seems to value it. Seeing and making someone laugh and smile is one of my favorite things. A woman that's reliable and trustworthy. I don't worry about what she's doing, who she's with, etc. Also a woman with a good work ethic that can keep up. I like a partner, not a liability. My wife encourages me to work harder by doing, not by nagging or anything. Physically, I like a good bush. I want to bury my face in the hair between her legs and feel like I'm making love to a woman, not a girl. So many chicks shave, I got tired of shaved. Ladies, how do you feel about people using single cat lady as an insult so much recently? It's something older women would tell me when I was a kid. Start behaving like a young lady or no man will want you and you'll end up a lonely crazy old cat lady. And yeah, I'm on my starter kit, 2 cats, also 2 kids, no bloke, and I fail to see what I've lost. What's wrong with crazy, old or cats? Old means a long life, crazy means no. To give in cats coffee and books, is there any better way to spend an arvo? It's hilarious that they think it's an insult, when it's pretty much just those dudes dunking on themselves. What they're saying is actually, I am such a terrible person that women would prefer being single and happy with her cats, who love her and give her affection, than subject themselves to my presence for any amount of time. And quad. It also shows that they can't conceive of women as actual people and that they think that not being with her childish means we're somehow missing out on something. Spoiler, we are not. People have been saying that at least since I was a little kid, and I'm 45 now, so it's not anything remotely new. I don't particularly care about it. How sad for them that they think being single and having cats would be negative. Their lives sound really sad if they are trying to insult other people for living independent lives and having animal companions in their home. I don't find it personally insulting, but I find the use of the phrase in general to be offensive and rooted in misogyny. Calling someone a single cat lady as a bad thing is saying that they are wrong for not conforming to the societal expectations of marriage and child rearing. So while I don't feel insulted, as I see being a cat lady as a great thing, I still feel offended on behalf of women in general. As a formerly single cat lady who is now a married cat lady, it's not really an insult to me, and it wasn't when I was single either. I love my cats and I'll hopefully always have at least one cat for the rest of my life. So what? It's like calling me a jogger or a crocheter. Not an insult, just a fact about things that bring joy to my life. And isn't doing/having things you enjoy what makes life worth living? I don't really tend to be insulted by things that aren't objectively bad. I am indeed single and a cat lady, but I won't think that's a bad thing no matter what tone of voice you say it in. As for the trend in general, it's not new. Attacking women for not having husbands or families has been a thing forever. I don't even think the cat part is new, but the single part sure as isn't. How did the relationship with your FCK buddy end? Was amazing at first. We, like 3 times, but really everything about his personality was just so off. We didn't have anything in common. As much as I appreciated and bomb head, being around him was just annoying to me. He also expected me to text him every day like okay, but we're not in a relationship, and he had the texting etiquette of a 2-year-old. Then got mad when I didn't respond, but I really just didn't see the point of carrying a dead conversation. Anyways, I had to tell him multiple times that I was walking away, and wished him the best. If he could just shut up for a minute, I could have still been him. Overall, I was just so turned off by his personality that wasn't worth it. He admitted to having feelings for me in the midst of breaking up with his girlfriend for unrelated reasons. They had recurring issues that had nothing to do with me. Then tried to claim he trauma bonded with me over an incident he framed as assault. I accidentally hit his face one time during some really active, and we had laughed it off and moved past it. He made a vague public post on Facebook about me being an abuser, how nobody should trust me, and said he'd only tell who it is in a private message. Screenshotted and dead. Blocked. Ghosted. Another was too fixated on, and despite making it clear I will not engage in it, kept bringing it up. He claimed he was just joking and quad. Bruh, I said no. He was my best friend with benefits for 15 years. I moved halfway across the country 3 years ago. We're still BFFs and he's coming to visit soon, so I guess that makes 18 years. There were times when one of us caught feelings or felt jealous, but we both know we would not be good together in a monogamous relationship. Plus, we have very different lifestyles. I'm a corporate girl for the most part and he's a professional musician. Late nights and drinking isn't my thing these days. But we love each other as friends and lovers. Hope that all makes sense. I didn't even realize I was one or that I was in a situationship or whatever they call it these days. I honestly thought we were dating and didn't realize we weren't until he called me single. I was like, what? Aren't we dating? Then came the I am not ready for a relationship, it's not you it's me dialogue. Safe to say that things ended cause I couldn't continue after that. We don't talk now. Only good thing out of this whole weird scenario is that he taught me how to play online games. Now I play it every night with my little sister and her friends.